These things take about 2 hours to go through. Ronald, am I glad to see you? I just received word from Wislam and Zurich. Our culprits have finally been spotted. Yay, it seems thieves headed for Upper Lanoska. I offered to make my way there as soon as I could, but Wislam and Zurich said I should head back for now. Once they've gathered enough information, they'll be heading back to airport. Let's go and see what news they have to share. No signs of Wislam and Zero yet. I don't mean to assume the worst, but I'm a bit worried. I knew I should have insisted on going. I don't want them injured on my behalf. I say we head out and find them. Miss Lucana, terribly sorry for the delay. Are they both here? Yep, okay. They're safe. Thank goodness. How did you fare out there? You found Elia and Coco Noah, yes? We found them all right, but it didn't take long for them to find us. We were set upon by Coco Noah's mammoths. His mechanical marinage greatly outnumbered us and may very well have been our end. Death by mammoths isn't an ideal way to go, mind you, so retreat was our only option. Cowardly though it may sound, we needed to ensure we could keep you aware of the culprit's whereabouts. Before they spotted us, they were stuffing their little metal army into a skiff bound for Camp Bronze Lake. And mark my words, they're plotting something new. Uh-oh. Of course, it's entirely possible they seek a quiet route to eastern Lanoska and wish to bypass Bronze Lake instead. But a thorough search of the camp would be wise. Alas, the enemy you face is far beyond our capabilities, so this is as far as Wislam and I will be able to go. I'm sorry we couldn't provide more decisive information. Honestly, I should be the one apologizing. You risked life and limb for me already. I never meant to push you past your limits. You needn't dwell on it. We're as eager to bring those criminals to justice as you. Indeed, we shall at least take pride in knowing we can point you in the right direction. But we should take our leave for now. Wislam and I ran most of the way here, and I think I speak for both of us. For us both, when I say we could use a comfortable chair and a hearty meal. None can gainsay your strength, my friends. But I beg you not to underestimate that of our foe. Go well, and may your determination guide you to victory. Camp Bronze Lake. The ferry skipper spoke of the place my first time here. We should hurry and seek passage before Ellie and Coco elude us again. I'm just shortening those names down. Ellie and Coco. Who they are now. That's their names. Ellie and Coco. What a lovely camp. Now, if I were a half-crazed alchemist with a heartstring, a new scheme up my sleeve, where would I hide? Closer than you think. Oh, there it is. Must be, or there are pigs flying in the sky. It hurts to laugh. Oh dear, that doesn't bode well. To the upper levels, Ronald. Quickly. What's happening? The water's poisoned. Poisoning the springs? You truly are the lowest of the low. You flatter me. It's just a little poison, really, as a treat. I'm afraid I can't contaminate all the water here. But we're having so much fun with our shiny new hallucinatory toxin hallucinations. Step away from the springs, Ronald, now. Protecting the healer, are we? How sickening sweet of you. But you ought to watch your step as well, my dear fairy apple. At least you find yourself seeing stars, or Ellie, it's not a miss. Oh, you're infected as well. No, no. Coco, you look absolutely hideous. Or should I say adorable? Why, you look so bonny as a porcelain doll. The hell are you on about? Oh, very interesting. Yes, very interesting. I believe I have poisoned myself. Now there's a predicament. And guess what? Do you recall those antidotes I prepared at the base? Because I have forgotten to bring them. You are your own worst enemy. You know that? I suggest we retreat before you decide to dive headfirst into the springs for fun. Found scum. You think we'll allow you to walk free after all the chaos we've caused? Well, yes, actually. Have you seen Ellie? She's in no state to contend with you. And I've never been one for rough and tumble. Of course, you're welcome to give chase, provided you have no qualms about leaving these poor souls to laugh themselves senseless. Oh, retreat, though, we must. I would call today a rousing success, but worry you not, my dearest bushel busybodies. We've plenty more tricks in store for you and the entire island. Wow. I don't sense any toxins in the waters anymore. So the spring should be safe again. What happened to the toxins from here? Will the toxins affect the local wildlife? Seeing as Ellie suffered from a taste of her own medicine, I doubt she's mastered much of the Heart Springs' power. As such, any poison she produces from it would be relatively weak. Most of her handiwork has already evaporated with the steam. One might compare it to the way those awful unbound smoke bombs dissipate, and thank goodness they do. In more capable hands, however, the Archmage's poison remains active until dispelled with a Suna or another form of antidote. The same permanence applies to its cleansing abilities or for her food. So she's not actually strong enough to use it for its darker means. Now, There's much on my mind. But I think we've bigger problems to address first. Let's make our rounds of the camp and take our next steps. I'm gonna have a look around the springs to ensure the toxins are gone for good. Could I ask you to treat any victims you come across? Of course. There we go. Much appreciated, sir. I wasn't anywhere near the water when it was poisoned, but the toxin steam must have drifted this way. When I heard the rumblings about mysterious mammoths roaming about the camp recently, I was more than a little apprehensive. I never expected those mammoth masters would do something so cruel. Your efforts are helping us put this turmoil behind us. And for that, you have my thanks, but I simply, I can't simply let you administer this aid alone. I should tend to the remaining victims as well. Do, 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 do. Haha, what common consequences? Oh. You're not like you said that. There we go. My costume compatriots, they're gone. Farewell, my visions. May you revel on in my memory. They say laughter is the best medicine. No, I feel far worse than before. Many thanks for putting it to an end. I think I've earned myself another soak. Extra flag and a mull wine. Pleasant travels to your healer. Really. Thank the gods. I wasn't expecting to nearly laugh myself to death at a place meant for healing, but at least I can breathe easy again. I hear you're chasing after the ones who did this. You're either very brave or very reckless, but I'm inclined to assume the former. Any road. But that laughing has exhausted me. I may as well take a break from my soak. Thank you again for your kindness and may the navigator keep you. Boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. How goes the healing, Rana? Good. Wonderful. Well, I'm glad Isuna proved effective. For my part, I've given the springs a thorough look. The toxins have dissipated completely. So the Beavers should be safe from here on out. As for Ellie and Coco's antics, I've had a moment to reflect on everything. Now that our work is done, do you have a moment to chat? Yeah. I'm well versed in the numbing and blindness poisons we used on our hunts at home, but something kept troubling me about Ellie's toxin. I've never seen anything like it. I had no idea it existed amongst the scorpion's gifts. Ellie, Ellie may be inexperienced, but the fact that she's learned to inflict hallucinations is cause for concern. Still, we should try to look on the bright side. She's yet to discover the heartstrings' cleansing properties. Judging by the way she couldn't cure her own ailments, knowing her as we do, I reckon she only has toxic trickery on her mind. Coco, however, handled himself surprisingly well despite his exposure. You recall the man in Limsa who ate the poison apple? He claimed that Coco took a bite, yet never suffered its ill effects. He must have some manner of immunity, but how? Oh, traditional Dunesfolk families often drink poison tea to build tolerance. How intriguing. So instead of using an heirloom like the heartstring, the Dunesfolk trained their bodies to endure fatal toxins. I'd be interested to try that tea, as long as I had an antidote in hand. I didn't realize Coco might have had that sort of upbringing, but it would certainly explain why Ellie's tricks don't seem to affect him. Few in my village would ever think to consume potentially lethal food or drink without drawing on the heartstrings' power, yet the Dones folk do it gladly. The more I consider our differing approaches to poison, the more fascinating it becomes. I didn't know that about those folks, to be honest. So they just casually just drink poison to become immune, essentially, to things. But I have a feeling the Beavers won't want to overhear talk of poisons after what they've been through. Why don't we continue our discussion in Limsa and Minsa? Yes, let's do that. Alright, so there's only 2 quests left. And then it's all done. And then we can move on. Yeah. I know I've been anxious to ascertain our thieves' whereabouts. But things escalated far quicker than I thought. Your presence throughout the whole ordeal is a welcome one, Nana. What was not so welcome were Ellie's parting words. Whatever she has planned for the whole island, it can't possibly be good. Her acts of mischief has only grown worse since I arrived in this city. We must take the heartstring back before she causes any lasting harm. Of course, it was Huesum and Zirich's efforts that led us to Ellie, so I have to thank them when I get the chance. In the meantime, I'll do what I can to track down our unruly thieves and report to you as soon as I'm able. 98. Ooh, what's that? Juice. Sweet juice. Ronald, I'm glad you're here. I'm on the crest of a breakthrough in our search, I'd like to think so. This won't come as a surprise, but Ellie and Coco went back into hiding after the Brian's Lake incident. With all their grandstanding, I wasn't expecting them to lay low for so long, but I doubt they'll keep it that way. Fortunately, I have prior experiences to guide us. Until now, our culprits have traveled all over Vilebrand, and they don't appear to be retracing their steps. I hear Costa de Sal attracts many visitors, so that seems a likely target. They say it's owned by an entrepreneur named Gigi Ruju. Perhaps we could ask if he spied anything out of the ordinary. Oh boy, we gotta go there. We gotta go to Costa. We gotta deal with this Lalafell. The pervert. What picturesque scenery. I hadn't expected Costa de Sal to be so grand. And what I gather, Jiju Ruju should be just up ahead. I don't suppose you're already acquainted with him. I know, for better or for worse, yes. That's not very encouraging. As long as you're on good enough terms, I'm sure we'll be fine. In any case, let's be on our way. We're on good terms. It's just there's some things that he does that just like, why? Can't you chill for 2 minutes? Huh? Why can't you be chill? Look, you're not being chill already. We're not even 2 seconds here. He's not chill. Look at this. Well, if it isn't our favorite intrepid adventure, what business brings you to my abode? Yes, I did spy that lovely specimen of a Hyrule. Alas, I was so entranced by her feminine will, I could not recall any such entourage of Lalafellian man or mammoths. Well, that I never drank that wine she so graciously gifted me. A single sip and I saw oh so many stars. I thought them wonderful in those first blissful moments. Wait, what? Oh! I partook of the drink amongst my kittens. Yet, as the rush of stars subsided, I found myself surrounded by a flock of unfamiliar faces instead. At first, I presumed the wine caught up to me faster than I anticipated. As the time passed, the unknown faces stubbornly remained. I dashed across the shore in terror. In the midst of the mayhem, I could hear her, the wine-wielding beauty maniacally laughing in the distance with some other chap. I fear those cackles would be the last thing I ever heard. Which is precisely why I find it appropriate to slap the sense back into you. Uh-oh. Judging by the way Master Jiju Rujo was darting around at the time, expect he's been in his cups. Drank the whole bloody bottle, too. So if you wish to investigate the wine itself, I'm afraid that won't be possible. Can you blame me? Questionability of her wine aside, that woman was immaculate. A sight for sore eyes. Any gentleman of taste would have fallen for her tricks. Not helping. Though we may lack the drink in question. We received reports of mammoths roaming Braincatcher Gully not long after the incident. If you intend to investigate this further, you'd certainly be doing us a favor. Any news of wayward mammoths is promising for us. We'll give the gully a look and relay to you whatever we find. Godspeed out there. Then our next destination is clear, but before we depart, Ronald, might I have a word? Sure. More words. Oh. Yeah. Maybe for GG Gore. Safe to say, Ellie's discovered a new poison. While similar to the hallucinatory toxin she used at Bronze Lake, it strikes terror in the hearts of its victims instead. I have a bad feeling about this. She's gaining proficiency with the heartstring at an alarming rate, and we must tread carefully when next we cross paths with her. As for the mammoths, Coco doesn't seem the type to send them wandering aimlessly. That's why I think they're bound to have some clues on them. If we can track those mammoths down and Raincatcher Galley, we may be able to discern what those two are planning next. Can we go to Wineport? Let's go to Wineport. We're in Wineport. Welcome to Wineport. Welcome to AOL. That's right. This is 98, right? So after this quest, it's one more, and then... Yay. Oh, the timer ran out on my, apparently. You know the worst part? You can't get this song naturally in this game. You actually, if I'm right, you have to buy this song. Like this area's theme. Ah. Ah. There we go. Why would a man... Oh, there you are. Yeah, I think we've cleared out the mammoths. How fared your fun? So they've been keeping a record of the island's rivers. Oddly enough, the mammoths I came across were patrolling the river as well. Now that they've tested their poisons on Bronze Lake Spring. Do they mean to take to the rivers next? Yeah. They plan to spread it through the rivers. Making sure probably to hit the ones that could go out the most. Gotta watch out! Ah! My, that dart was laced with a potent numbing toxin. But nothing bruises our favorite fairy apple, it seems. You never cease to amaze and annoy me in equal measures. She's like to have the same matter of immunity as I. Her village was positively brimming with poisonous flora and fauna, after all. I have a request of you, my dears. Would you please give up on your little trinket? Pretty please? I only wish to revel in the fruits of my delivery. Yet you continue to spoil my every attempt. And trust me, I despise our conflict as much as you do. Indeed, do you think we enjoy watching our finest mammoths suffer at your hands? Enough! If you truly want to end this, you'll hand over the heartstring. The scorpion's gifts for a petulant, childish criminal like you. Fine then. No more Miss Nice Ellie. Answer me this. Who have my antics killed, Who? No one, I remind you. So why must you refuse me? Why must the world refuse me? Our plighted society has never looked fondly upon my love for mischief. For years I despaired until my unbound family and its leader granted me the greatest gift of all, love and understanding. So as long as I remain unbound, I care not what the wretched masses think. I shall play my tricks as my heart desires, and all who stand in defiance will know my wrath. That includes you, my dears. My next scheme will finally plunge this island into the chaos I so desperately crave. I will not stop at nothing to see it realized. Sorry to worry you, Ronald. I'm feeling much better now. I'm ashamed I didn't sense that mammoth's presence quickly enough, but I'm glad you came out of the ambush unscathed. That aside, I wish they didn't use such putrid smoke to make their exit. I don't know if my nose or my stomach can take any more of those awful bombs. With Ellie and Coco gone, I doubt we'll be able to find much else here. Let's return to Costa de Sal and inform them of the latest. Shall we report to Gigi? Oh, yeah, we gotta go to him. Back already? How fortuitous, or ominous, or even both. I take it you found those wayward mammoths? Surveying Valbridge's waterways, are they? After the recent poisoning at Camp Bronze Lake, we have a reason to believe the culprits are planning to make Valbrand's rivers their next target. So the culprits are the one and the same, then. I had my suspicions since I caught wind of the incident at Warm Wine Springs. Regardless, this bold ale, we may not know which of these rivers they'll strike until it's too late. Well, I shall not stand for any more preposterous poisonings. 'Tis to be prudent to inform the maelstrom of these potential horrors. The ones who poison you, her name is Ellie. She stole something precious from my village, and I must recover it, no matter the cost. If you learn anything of her whereabouts or her plans in the coming days, anything at all, I'd like to hear of it as well. Hell's bent on finding her, huh? A brave one you are. Oh, I can't promise the deprive a lovely lady of the information she requires. No, worry not, for my servant shall sally forth in your general direction the moment they hear of Ellie's newest misdeeds. Thank you. That'd be much appreciated. It's gonna be an uphill battle, but we can't afford to let Ellie and Coco elude us any further. Come, Ronald. It's back to Limsa with us. Yay, we're going back to Limsa. In the world is that outfit? Oh. Okay. I get the joke. Yeah, it's the Grinch. That's the whole. That's the idea. What? Thank you, as always, for your support, Ronald. Was interesting, to say the least, but I'm glad we attained the information we needed. I don't know why I allowed Ellie to say her piece. I should have swallowed my pain and taken up my spear. He could have apprehended her right then and there, and yet there's no more room for mistakes. The Ellie lurks in the shadows. The greater the threat becomes, countless lives are at risk. The next time we find her, we end her tricks once and for all. For now, I'll remain here and await news from Costa del Sol. The final quest. Yay! And then I gotta get on. I actually have to get on Gundam after this one. Hello there, Ronald. I've been on the lookout for anyone for Costa del Sol, but nothing yet. Perhaps we should travel over there ourselves just in case. Master Ronald, Mistress and Hoax. Lao shook hand. Hey. Forgive me the sudden entrance, but I bring a message from Master Gigi Ruju. Your quarry has been sighted in Eastern Lanoska. Oh well. I'm glad I didn't leave early. Thank you for bringing word. Where in Eastern Lanoska were they last seen? Master Whiskey. But recently received a report from Mistress Brayflox, a trusted associate of his. We're told a number of inbreakers with bitey tools and tinker dolls infuriated her long step. We have little doubt the inbreakers and tinker dolls she speaks of are Ellie and her troop. I see. Then we best find this Brayflox and soon. Indeed. You're like to find her by the entrance of her long stop and Raincatcher Gully. My master and his associates wish you good hunting. We should get a first-hand account on Brayflox as well. Perhaps you'll have more to tell. Let's be off, Ronald. Yes. Let us end this. So this is Brave Flux. I told her she reminded me of a moblin, but I got a bit of a scolding for that. Not mobbies. She said gobbies. Yes, gobbies. Gobbies require hand lending to backstrike at inbreakers. Okay. Inbreakers bring big flock of tinker dolls to search for a water gush. Does Ellie mean to poison the island's water source? This may be why they were researching the rivers. If the talkings are strong enough, anyone or anything that draws near the water will grow terribly ill. All the veilbred would fall into disarray. Poison makes no good for gobby flock. No good for veilbred. Narrow hearts in need of many punishings. This goes far beyond trickery. We must end Ellie's ambitions here and now. Adele should come quietly, and she has the heartstring at her disposal. But with your aid, Ronald, I know we can take it back. As soon as you're ready, we'll storm the Longstaff. Ah. Well, this is it. Ready to storm the Longstaff, Ronald? Yes. Yes. I am. There they are. There they are. Oh, I knew bringing those bits and bobs for battle was a good idea. If you're after some matter of surrender with heartfelt embraces and handing over of magic heirlooms, you've come to the wrong step, my dear. You monster, you plan to poison every waterway in Whalebrand, don't you? Of course, the trick is to let the poison stew a few bells. With a healthy helping of those tantalizing toxins and a dollop of advanced chemical process proof, this eyesore on the island will get a taste of my finest work yet. My latest masterpiece neither dissipates nor evaporates, but no amount of inherent immunity can save you from its influence. It may be safe to the touch, but one sip will have you begging for mercy. It's no jest, by the way. I won't begin to describe what matter of havoc the experimented doses wreaked on me, but I will look forward to seeing how it affects the general populace. Oh yes, the residents of Limsa Lamensa and its adorable little hamlets rely on this water, so very many people blissfully unaware of what's to come. Every single one of those wretches will be at the mercy of our malice. Every single one. If she unleashes those toxins in the waterway, this is going to end up far worse than Bronze Lake. Any wretches I hate. Your precious scorpion once hunted prey with these poisons, yes? So I should learn from its example and revel in the thrill of the chase. I suspect that's my cue to back away. I'd rather watch the chaos unfold from a safe distance. These venomous gifts keep on giving. A very ether is infused with their essence. So now, my dears, Elliot, Venom Heart. Oh, she's a scholar. It's time I hunt you for a change. What is this music? What is this music? She's got every buff on the board. Oh no. This is gonna be... So it's a... God, it's been a long time since I... Where are we at? Oh my god. Like I said, it's been a very long time since I... Ooh. That's not looking so good. Oh, does that hurt? Looked like it hurt. What is this do? Oh, we're at +8? Oh, you are just messing yourself up with that stats. Delirious. Oh. It's this one. Uh-oh. I'm screwed. Okay, I'm dead. Yep, I'm dead. Okay, that's just... No, that's just annoying. Can I go very easy just so we can get this done quickly? 'Cause that's not fun. That's annoying. Like I said, I haven't played White Mage in a very long time. Yeah, you do that. Okay. Ow. There it is. There's the damage. You can tell how bad I am at this. Yep. You got a headache now? She got a headache now. Alright, we're about 45%. Mm-hmm. 6, 7, 8. That's what we're supposed to do. Oh, that's not gonna end well. Left off! Why aren't you dead yet? What the heck is that? He's still not down. Oh, and there it is. Took too much. She took too many tonics. That stuff has bad effects if you take too many. Why do you think we have the medicated debuff? I'm fine, have it your way. Oh, wait, that's a goblin maid. Oh no. Oh, your brother dead, you made enemies of the... Ah. Place is still covered in poison though. She left quite the mess behind. And nothing the hot strings can't detoxify though. Let's hurry and clear away the poison. Oh, it's supposed to be here? I thought this was like a weird glitch or something. There you are, Ronald. We came running once we heard the explosion, but I'm pleased to see you're none the worse for wear. Ellie and Coco picked up the wrong explosive. We should consider ourselves fortunate that goblin bombs resemble unbound smoke bombs. Gobby booms and friendly faces win the day. Windbreakers go flying skyward. We made our rounds of the long step as well. The enemy mammoths patrolling the place have all gone lifeless. Your treasure is safe, I presume? Yes, thanks to Ronald's support. Very good. Should those troublemakers survive the intended fall, they won't pose the same threat without it. If they do happen to show their sorry faces around here again, I've notified the Yellow Jackets to be on the lookout for them. They send their regards and their deepest gratitude, of course. Yay. Alright. Oops. One more. One person. The heartstring is safe again. Thank you for everything, Ronald. And thank you too, Brave Flocks. We might not have found Ellie and Coco without you. Brave Flocks happy gives and lending. Important for all good gobbies to offer hand lending to fellow gobby friends. It's an honor to be counted among you, gobby friends. Now, as eager as I am to get the heartstrings factory back to Tyrol, I'd like to say my goodbyes to everyone here first, if that's alright. Weslum and Zurich deserve to know how everything transpired in the end. One thing, shall we make our way to airport? Yes. Maybe. Oh, have we almost done this quest? Well met, you two. How fares the hunt for Ellie? Sent them flying, did you? Now those are what I call good tidings. To think they'd confuse a goblin explosive for their own smoke bombs. Huh, serves them right, I say. With Miss Loashkana's heirloom return, we can breathe a collective sigh of relief. Yep. And I, for one, am pleased there will be no more risk of poisoning the collectors. I wouldn't have wished those hiccups on my worst enemies. By the by, Miss Loshage, I knew you traveled far to get here, but I didn't realize you hailed from Tyrol. That's quite a voyage. Will you be heading home soon? Yes, that's right. Valbrand is a fascinating place, but my village is probably worried sick about me, and the heartstring too, of course. Though your time here was short, you'll be sorely missed. We still have much to learn, but one day perhaps we might find our way to Tyrol as well. Oh, that would be wonderful. And when you do, I look forward to hearing all about your adventures. And you? We had a feeling you were no ordinary visitor, adventurer. I bet you aren't surprised when we learned you were the savior of the realm himself. One of our Yellow Jacket acquaintances boasting about meeting the Warrior of Light while investigating the cereal poisonings, and that's when it dawned on us. She sends her regards, by the way. Or we've miles to go before we reach your lofty heights. God's willing, we'll try to rise to the challenge. Indeed, you've given me such much to aspire to as a fellow healer, and I shall do my utmost to follow your shining example. I'm distracted by things. Be well, you two, and may we meet again on distant shores. Thank you both for your help. I'll never forget it. It's time I return to Toyolo. It would mean the world to me if you come too, Ron. I wouldn't want to report our success to Neuripine without you. And Ronald as well. Your combined presence here can only mean one thing. Ronald and I have bought the hot spring home. Yay. So you have. So you have. I regret that I could not assist you, but I am relieved all is well. Words cannot express my gratitude to you both. Yay. Taking back the heartstring was no easy task, but I learned a great deal on my journey to Erosion. One of the Unbound, main Coco, possessed an inherent immunity to poison, built up by years of radically ingesting small amounts. Rather than relying solely on the Scorpion's gifts to detoxify us, perhaps we might learn from those traditions and build up a stronger immunity of our own. It would be prudent to prepare ourselves in case something like this ever happens again. If we're to continue living among the deadly, perhaps it's time we found new ways to overcome the challenges we face. Throughout my life in the village, I thought I knew everything there was to know about the heartstring, but now I understand that the scorpion's gifts can easily become a curse in the wrong hands. Its power can poison a single water source, threaten countless lives on a whim. Yet at the same time, its detoxifying powers can save just as many. I began to wonder, could the heartsprings provide succor outside our village? Should it? Or will the risk prove too great? Excellent questions, all. Knowing what the heartstring is capable of outside our borders, we must consider this carefully for the future of our people. I'm certain your father will wish to speak more of it upon our return. As you can see, our community has much to consider where keep thriving. But for the moment, I'm simply glad the heartstring is back in Jorol, and I can't thank you enough for your help. Until I met you, I never hunted alongside a healer, but knowing I had your support filled me with courage. Yours is a heartening present, one I'm going to miss dearly. You have my gratitude and my trust, Ronald, now and forever. Yay. Much as I'd like to, I won't keep you for any longer. Near Pine and I have a long trek home. I wish you all the best. I hope, no, I know, we'll meet again someday. You did it. You did it, girl. There we go. Yeah, that took a bit. Alright. Alright, that's it. We did it. Oh my god, we did it. Oh boy.